Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, I am back after a very long time. I think it has been almost like 2 weeks, and I can't even describe to you guys how much I've been missing you. I've been missing making videos for you guys, and I hope that in this period you all have been well and safe and sound. Now, my dear, I was occupied when it comes to my personal life because, as some of you know, my father is not really feeling that well at the moment. So, yeah, I had to take care of some stuff. But I am so happy that I am back today. And as an apology, I thought I would make you guys a very, very, very long reading. I am planning on going over 1 hour for every and each pal. And yeah, it's one of your favorite topics. I thought I would give you guys that. It's all about who will you marry, who is your future spouse. And I hope you're excited because I'm definitely excited to be back. And yeah, my dear, let me zoom in a little bit. As always, I have 3 pals that you can choose from. This is pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is pal 3. Now, you can either choose the card or you can also choose the crystal below it. And I thought that I would concentrate on who your person is, okay? And whatever message is meant for you to know is welcomed, whether it's their personality, their appearance, any characteristics which may be important. I'm gonna keep it very open here. As well, I would like to look into your guys' relationship, your dynamic, whatever, once again, is meant for you to know regarding the relationship itself. I also would like to add any advice, okay, regarding your union. I think that's also something very interesting, which I haven't done, I think. So, yeah, that's definitely something new today. And yeah, if we have any more time, we will see, we will definitely see. But I just wanted to be as much details for you as possible. So, my dear, as always, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comments section. And if you're interested or you're curious when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse? So as I said in the beginning, in the intro, I would first like to look into who this person is. Later on, we're going to look into your guys' relationship, any information regarding your dynamic. And I would also like to look into any advice regarding this union. And at the end, if there are any more messages, okay, everything is welcome. So I want this to be ultra detailed for you guys. So, first of all, my dear, I would like to get you 2 major arcanas in which, yeah, we're gonna see what major arcana is representing your future spouse's energy right now, okay, in the present moment where they are in their life. So let's look into that. Okay, that's actually enough. So for my dear pile 1, who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Let's get you 2 major arcanas. For my dear pile 1, who is your future spouse? Okay, we have 2. So the first card we have is the Emperor. Ooh, and the second card is the Temperance card. All right. At the back, the Sun energy. So the first thing, okay, I just want to dive straight into it. I feel like because I haven't recorded a reading for you guys in such a long time, I am extra energized today um, to just go into it. And yeah, first of all, what I heard was that your future spouse is someone who's very in their element. All right. This is someone who's living their life from their authentic self, someone who's really like doing what they came here to do. This is someone who feels very empowered about themselves. They feel very empowered about their life and where they're heading. Someone who's very clear and focused, someone who knows what they want, okay? And they're just very yeah, there's just a lot of clarity regarding their path, all right? And just in general, your future spouse is coming with an energy which is very dominating, okay? Dominating is really the right word here. I feel like it's taking the space, but in a really good way. It's not like being overly dominating to as an example, oppress others. That's not what I'm talking about here. It's dominating in a way that, yeah, they're sharing their energy. Okay, they're allowing their energy to be free, and this is who they are. No matter who you're asking about, okay, we're not talking here gender wise. They are currently in an energy which is very masculine. So even let's say for someone who's asking about let's say a woman, okay, once again, that doesn't matter. We're just gender wise, like that's not what we're focusing on. We're looking into the energies here. And with the Emperor being here, the Emperor is for me the masculine energy. And every and each one of us, okay, we have masculine and feminine energy. And the masculine energy, especially because I literally asked when it comes to this reading here with the major arcanas, I wanted to know where they are right now in their life, you know, what energy they're in. And this really shows me that this person at the moment is all about conquering, all about receiving and just doing what it takes, you know, going after what it is that they want. Someone who right now is very action oriented. Okay, so whatever this person is up to, you know, whatever they are planning to achieve or create, the planning, the dreaming, it has all happened in the past, and now it's all about doing. This is the energy that this person right now is in. However, with the Temperance card being here, it doesn't really feel like there is an imbalance. In fact, with the Temperance card being here, that's actually beautifully balancing this energy out. Yes, this person right now is definitely more so into their masculine energy, all about, you know, like creating, and it's like, how should I say it? Because creation is actually, like the creative energy is more so feminine, but when I say creating, it's all about this action energy, okay? Like which is needed to manifest. And I just feel like this person knows exactly, okay? They know exactly what they're doing. And once again, with the Temperance card being here, they are coming off as someone who's still very well balanced. So even though, let's say, this may be a very busy, okay, hectic period in their life in which there is a lot going on, they're all about, you know, projects, all about work, studying, and just doing what it takes. At the same time, it's not breaking them, or it's not pressuring them, but it's more so empowering them. And that's a really major thing here, because this person is not feeling drained through all the things they're doing. In fact, it's empowering them, because it's bringing them closer to their goals, and they really feel like, once again, the first message, like in their element. Okay, this is where they are right now. I feel like this person could have had recently, as an example, some kind of clarity, revelation that taught them a lot, okay, about their life. As an example, maybe this person used to do something and they thought this is where their life would head towards. However, they came to the conclusion that it isn't actually what they want. You know, it's something that they thought they wanted, but actually what they want is something maybe different. And now they are definitely all about self-empowerment and being guided, okay, through your inner voice. This person is connecting with themselves, which is really beautiful. Because the more we connect with ourselves, the more we know ourselves. Yeah. This can really improve the quality of our life. And the best thing we can do anyways is to know what we want, okay? Or know who we want to be or who we want to become. And this person definitely knows that. There's this element of like, I was about to say soul searching, but I feel like maybe a better word would be finding, okay, or understanding the self, because it doesn't really feel like this person has done, as an example, any spiritual work, but it's more so something like this revelation that came towards them. It's more so something that came through a realization, okay? As an example, they realized that a lot of things they've done so far was because of other people's expectation. This is just an example here so you guys understand what I mean. And through that realization, they thought it was time to live a much more self-empowered life in which, yes, they appreciate other people's opinions, but their opinion comes first because they're the ones who are living this life and they want to create a life that they're going to be happy with and not other people necessarily, as long as it stays, you know, true to their authentic self. Now, very interesting here. Once again, I love this combination. Okay, I really love this, and I feel like this time is gonna be a time in which this person can actually achieve a lot. Okay, whether it's on a personal level or whether it's a career related thing. But it's all about, yeah, doing what, yeah, what you're heading towards, you know, like what you want to have or what you want to create. And I just love this energy. Now, let's get you some tarot cards, some more tarot cards, also minor arcana cards, in which, yeah, we're gonna look into who your future spouse is. Let me bring my seat a little bit, okay, a little bit closer. So, for my dear pile one, who will you marry, my dear pile one? Who's your future spouse? I hope every and each one of you guys is doing well. Let's see for my dear pile one. Okay, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For my dear pile one, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? The first card is the Chariot card, and I would actually like to say something directly, because I really feel like this is kind of the energy that comes after, okay? the cards that we just got, because that's the victory. The Chariot card, that's the victory, the accomplishments that they are right now working towards. And it's really interesting to me that this is literally the first card that came through, because that's really the energy. Now, I really feel like this person, like, they're supposed to be successful, you know, and when I say successful, I really feel also drawn to say whatever success means for them. I know when we talk about success, the first thing we may think about is, let's say, yeah, what actually has been taught to us, you know, what success looks like, such as, let's say, certain amount of like money in your bank account, or certain possessions, right? A certain status. But I would like to say that whatever success is in this person's mind, okay, what they see as success, because once again, it's a very individual thing. But it's nice. It's really nice that this is, yeah, look at that, the Emperor, the Five of Wands. Let me first get all the cards. But the Emperor is coming through again. Interesting. For my dear pile 1. Wow. 9 of Cups. All right. 2 of Wands. The Moon card. 5 of Pentacles. And let me see. Let me first make sure. Okay. We have 2 cards. Wow, look at that. We have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. 2 tens coming through here together. All right. At the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. Now, with the Ace of Wands being the overall energy here, I feel like this is a very passionate person, and it really shows itself, because this passion is really what drives them. And you have to have that much passion, because I feel like this is someone who could, you know, go for multiple things. They may accept multiple, let's say, projects, and it doesn't make them lose their mind. In fact, this is someone who thrives in that kind of energy, because it makes them creative, it makes them maybe also a little bit challenged. And I feel like this is someone who loves challenges, because if we just think about, let's say, a very small challenge that we may, you know, come across, it may sometimes really force us into growing, you know, maybe even stepping out of our comfort zone. I feel like this is what this person really loves, because, you know, see this Five of Wands, I almost feel like these are 5 different versions of this person, and with every challenge this person comes across, they go up the ladder, you know. They start here, and they are lying there, and then they are slowly, you know, finding their way up till they can reach their goal, their dream, whatever it may be. But this is someone who can definitely work in pressure, someone who also likes competition. So they don't get intimidated by that. Oh, that's not what I mean, what I feel. In fact, I feel like that's what they actually like. This could be someone who is addicted to stress because it makes them work better, or it just, yeah, just makes them feel very determined, you know. People have a lot of different motivations, or not motivations, but like people can get motivated, perhaps that's a better way to say it, through different ways. Others like to have their time and do everything, you know, step by step. And other people may love to just dive into it, you know, into multiple things even, no matter how much it may, be. And I feel like this is the kind of person, you know, they thrive in chaos. That's another thing I just heard. Not that this is a chaotic person, that's not what I mean, but chaos doesn't make them drown, you know, like I feel like they have learned to cope with turmoil in their life, and therefore that's why they don't get stressed, or not stressed, but they don't get like disturbed, you know, when there are a lot of things to do or when there is a lot happening, because they are used to having a lot of energies and things going on. Maybe this is somehow connected to this person and their upbringing. You know, maybe they grew up in a certain environment, as an example, a large family or a certain neighborhood in which, you know, a lot was happening. So, yeah, it doesn't really bother them. They can deal with it for sure. I feel like this is definitely someone who has major, like, big plans regarding their life. Maybe this person doesn't like say it, but I feel like they know, you know, they feel their potential. They feel like there's a lot that they can achieve, a lot that they can, you know, bring into life, and this is definitely almost something which is, you know, written for them. Of course, they have free will, and their free will is more powerful than everything else, but that's exactly it. You know, this is what they want. They want to, you know, at the end of the day, look back to all the things they've done, all the achievements, and just maybe this is even some, okay, for some of you guys, this could also be someone who comes from humbled upbringings, and therefore they always had this thrive for making it big, because maybe they didn't had a lot of big things in their life, so therefore they want what they didn't had, you know. And it's all them, and that's beautiful, because this is just the energy of someone who creates their own reality, the energy of someone who takes responsibility, okay, for their life and for what they could become. This is not someone who gives their power away. I feel like this is something which definitely makes them feel some type of way. Um, they want to be self-responsible. They are self-responsible, and I feel like they love to see everything clearly. So maybe this is not someone who likes to be surprised. You know, I feel like this person likes to see everything more calculated, although they may be someone who actually likes surprising others. When it comes to them, maybe that's not really their cup of tea, because there is something with, like, with the unknown here. I feel like maybe something that makes this person feel uneasy is when they can't really figure something out. I just feel like they're so used to not being in control. It sounds maybe a little bit harsh. I feel like they're used to understanding everything that's happening in their life. When they come across something which, you know, makes a lot of like question marks come up. On one hand, it very like it fascinates them, but it also makes them feel like, should I go for it, you know, or what is this all about? And I feel like this is something this person will learn. They will learn that sometimes it's okay to not know everything, or to be surprised, or maybe even stay in the dark for some time regarding, you know, like really anything, okay? But that's good, because there is also beauty in the hidden, okay? There is also beauty in the hidden. And you know what this actually reminds me? I have had some, let me see. Yeah. I feel like this person is someone who likes to plan their future. And as an example, maybe when it comes to their love life, it's not very that clear, okay? And this is something they're learning. They're learning that it's okay, you know, when we don't, or when we haven't figured out every single aspect of our life, because if we trust, there is also beauty in that, and we can just let everything flow naturally, right? We don't have to always, you know, like have a firm grip on anything or everything. I'm sorry. We can also relax a little bit. And I feel like that's what they're learning regarding their love life. And I feel like there is a lot in this person's life that they also don't see coming, especially when it comes to their romantic partner, okay, which will be you. I feel like when it comes to you, and I know we are not there, we haven't started yet when it comes to the relationship, we're still with, you know, like who this person is, but I'm also like already see something coming through here. I feel like when we talk about you guys and your relationship, there's a lot of trust that you guys will build. And there may be some situations in which some things aren't figured out, but that's actually the beauty of it. So as an example, okay, let's just say someone watching this will have a long-term relationship with their partner. Now, this is just an example. The other person may feel some type of way regarding the distance because, well, there's some unknown energy regarding it, right? You don't see your person often, you know, but there is also beauty in this, you know, experience of trusting and just to allow the experience to unfold. And that was just an example, but it's the kind of like the same concept here. To be comfortable with not knowing everything, or being comfortable with some kind of maybe darkness. No, not dark. No, darkness is not the right word. Some kind of what is the right word? You see, one energy that the moon card represents is this hidden energy. And you see this woman, right? She's like under the water and it's dark, you know, and it could be scary under the water. However, there could also be so much magic and beauty. And it's kind of the same thing. Coming back to the long distance relationship as an example, there may be this hidden energy because you may not know where this long distance relationship is heading towards. However, you want to try it, you know, you want to experience it because the love you share is so powerful. So you trust the process, and that's exactly what this person will learn, okay? They will learn that in romance, it's all about trusting. It's all about building the relationship, and it's okay when you don't have everything figured out, because I feel like this person maybe in their personal life, in their career life, has a lot of things figured out. Two of Wands, the Chariot, someone who has definitely planned their career, okay, like years into it, they have figured it out. They know where they want to be in 2 years, where they want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, when it comes to their work, when it comes to their finances even, all right? So that's something which is easy to them. But maybe when it comes to love, it's not that easy, because when it comes to career, it's all about them. when it comes to love, it's all about two individuals, right? And yeah, it also depends on the circumstance and everything, but I feel like this is gonna be one of the most beautiful experiences that your person will have, because it will teach them so much. So much when it comes to love, relationships, but also themselves. Yeah. Now let me see. This could be also be someone who's very well traveled, or there's one thing that they really love to spend their money on, and that's good trips or good traveling, like experiences. I feel like this person just, they love to see, they love to experience. And what better way than, as an example, seeing new countries, new continents, new cities, new cultures, traditions, whatever, right? I mean, that's literally one of the most beautiful things a human being can do on this planet Earth. And I feel like this is also something which they really, really enjoy, which may also be a big part of their life. With the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups being here in combination, I really feel like this is someone who's overall very, very happy with their life. Someone who feels very fulfilled. Like the journey, the path they're in is definitely one, once again, in which they feel empowered. They feel like, very simply, they're happy. It doesn't take for, like, a person doesn't have to win the lottery, as an example, to be extremely fulfilled. We can also feel a lot of gratitude for where we are in our life and feel like we are living a very authentic life, to who we are. And not only that, with the Ten of Pentacles being here, I also feel like this person definitely has a lot of emotional support. They have their family, they have their friends who, are a big part of them. And we've talked about the traveling thing. Another big major source of happiness for this person is spending time with their loved ones. Just in general, also, I feel like this is someone who's definitely a very social person. Not only in the work, do they have to communicate with others, work with others, maybe even in teams, or maybe, like direct one-on-one with their clients. Not only that, not only required in their career life, but also when we talk about their personal life, they're definitely someone who likes to socialize, who just loves to be active. That's just the energy that they're in. This person doesn't have to be a fire sign, okay? But I just feel like this is the element that's like currently really not motivating, but really driving them. It's this fire, it's this fuel, when it comes to just experiencing and seeing life, whether it's through your career, through your personal life, through certain activities, or communication with other people. It's just all about being active right now. That's all. Like they're in. That's the energy they're in. Let me see. Now, with the Ten of Swords being here, I feel like this person, I don't know why, I am only being drawn to the picture, not the picture, but the illustration, better to say. And you can see there's this girl who's alone. And, we only see her from the back. And also looking into the Ten of Swords energy, I really feel like this is someone who had to, you know, walk alone in their life quite some time. Like, very often, maybe they had to take decisions which, yeah, made them walk the path less traveled. And it may even, like, it could have been very difficult as well. You know, Ten of Swords energy is not an easy energy, it's actually a very heavy energy, which could be very difficult to cope with as well. And I feel like this person, you know, they didn't follow others. They really went their own path. You know, like there are some birds flying above this woman, but we see her walking here alone, right? And I just feel like this is someone so incredibly strong, my dear. They are so strong because they're not scared to do what it takes, even if it means that they have to go alone, even if it means that no one will understand it. You know, as long as they do what they find to be right for them, they're willing to put the energy and effort into it. And this really shows someone who's very strong within themselves, because when you are strong within yourself, it doesn't intimidate you when, let's say, you're an outsider, or when others may not really understand you, you know, and you may not be as scared, let's say, of other people's judgments, because you know who you are, and yeah, you know where you're heading towards, and that's the most important thing, you know. And I just feel that for them. I feel like they're a very strong personality here. Yeah. But at the same time, someone who could be a great motivation for others to also step into this energy, to also be their authentic self, to be true, you know, to yourself. This is the kind of person who would speak their truth, okay, in a room where they know everyone is having the complete opposite opinion. Like, they don't care. They say what feels right to them, and even if it makes them be the one who is alone, that's okay, because as long as you are you, that's what matters, you know. And yeah, a very strong character for sure. Now I would like to get some more information regarding who this person is, and I would like to get you guys some oracle cards. For my dear pile 1, for my dear pile 1, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let's get you some archetypes, some oracle archetypes. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, interesting. We have the Child Magical card, which says, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. The last word is literally them. This is who they are. Everything is possible, okay? Or better to say, the belief that everything's possible. This is someone who believes in their skills. They believe in themselves. They have big plans, something we have already talked about. Big achievements that they are not scared to thrive towards, or, you know, like go towards, better to say. And, you know, their energy is just of someone who makes it big, because they believe in who they are. You know, no one is better than anyone else. I also feel like this is not someone who necessarily had the easiest beginnings when it comes to life, okay? So they have created their life, they have created their own reality, and they chose to set the tone when it comes to what's possible in their life, no matter what the odds may be, no matter, you know, what circumstance they may have been in. It's all about them. And maybe that's the thing with the motivation, because I feel like this person may say they don't like excuses, you know, because for them, we can always grow, and excuses are, yeah, this really sounds like someone who is like motivating others. You know, I almost feel like now giving you guys a motivational speech on excuses. But yeah, I feel like they like to motivate others. They really do. Especially people who may see themselves in them, okay, or identify themselves with this person because of some kind of similarities that they also went through. So they see that some people may see them as a role model, and they don't take it lightly, okay? They really don't. Now let's see. We have the gambler archetype, which says willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. You guys, do I really have to say more? I mean, these archetypes are beautifully confirming everything. This gambler card is the Ten of Swords illustration, okay, that I talked about. They follow the path that they feel is right, even when others doubt them, even if others go other paths, they do themselves. And yeah, just wow. I feel like this person can be very proud of themselves. Not necessarily because of maybe what they will achieve or what they have achieved, but because of who they are, you know, because of the fact that they're not scared to live the life that is well to them, and they're not scared of the consequences that come with it, okay? Because the consequence of not doing that would be much bigger. So yeah, I just love this person's energy. I feel like this is someone, like, if you have them around, they could teach you a lot about self-empowerment. Let's see if we can get any more extra messages or if we get more clarification. Let's see. For my dear pile 1. Okay. So this card turned over. We have the teacher archetype, which says ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Another clarification, right? Yeah, someone who's super experienced and skilled in what they're doing. And they know wisdom, they know what they're doing. And I feel like this person is definitely someone who people go to for advice, you know, especially when it comes maybe to their work. You know, maybe people approach them when it comes to what they have achieved, and maybe they would like to get some advice when it comes to, you know, the skills that they have, how they have trained that way, or how they have become that way, okay? But I do feel like this is someone who loves to teach. This is not someone who holds back because they don't want to share their little secrets. No, this is someone who actually likes to share. You know, the same way a teacher wants their students to do well and to understand and one day, you know, become their own, yeah, like masters. That's the same with your person. You know, they also like to, when they teach others, even if it's just, let's say, a friend approaching them for something, for some kind of advice, even if it's personal advice and not so much career related, this person still really likes to see the results, you know, and like seeing that their advice has helped. And yeah, they really love that. just generally speaking, I feel like this is someone who you can definitely learn a lot from, which is really nice because, I mean, I feel like for some of you guys, a big reason why you also feel attracted towards them is because of that, because you feel like this is someone who's experienced, this is someone who can teach you a lot, and maybe some of you guys find this very, very attractive. You know, you like to have a partner who can teach you or who can show you a lot, you know, who can help you to like expand your horizon. And I feel like this person is book smart, okay, but also like experienced. So let's see, for my dear pile 1, let's get you one last archetype. For my dear pile 1, okay, and the card that came through here is bully. Highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Let me see. Maybe they are intimidating to some, okay, because of their either maybe some kind of prestige or just the way they carry themselves. This is definitely someone who doesn't get manipulated, someone who you cannot easily trick. And maybe this energy, you know, is like you pick it up when they come into a room. They may just have this aura that really, you know, shows that they are someone who has seen some stuff, someone who's experienced, maybe someone who people respect as well. So maybe some people therefore feel intimidated by that, but beyond that, I feel like, let me see, yeah, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. I feel like this is them once again coming back to helping others. If this person is not some kind of like counselor, therapist, or advisor or something like that, this is for sure, okay, also next to the Ten of Pentacles, here's something that they do in their personal life. They definitely help others. I really feel like this could be the friend, the uncle, the son, whatever, the sibling, the brother, you know, or the sister, whoever, the daughter who people approach when they need help. Because they know what they're saying, they know what they're doing, and people just see them as very wise, my dear. People see them as someone who's very knowledgeable. And when people are going through something, maybe this is something this person has suggested themselves here, but they want to be approached because they want to help and they're open to help. And we will look into you guys' relationship in a minute, but I feel like this may even be something, you know, also in a relationship that you can really go to this person. Oops, excuse me. You can really go to this person when something is also, you know, like bothering you, or when you need help, when you feel like there are some fears that coming through, and you want some kind of maybe advice or just someone to talk about, you know, like to talk about, to tell it, okay, you can definitely approach them and they will have an ear for it and they will definitely listen. Yeah. Now, I would like to dive a little bit more, okay, into the topic here. We have definitely looked into who this person is, but let's now also look into you guys' relationship. Let's see, for my dear pile 1. Let's now look into your guys' relationship and what you need to know about it, okay? Whatever is meant for you to know, as always, is welcomed. For my dear pile 1, how will your relationship be? What do you need to know about your guys' relationship? For my dear pile 1, the relationship you will have with your future spouse. Let me see. Okay. So the first card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. Judgment. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Queen of Wands. All right. For my dear pile 1. 2 of Wands again at the same position here. Ooh, the Judgment and the Devil combination here. Four of Wands and Ace of Cups. Please give me a moment. A card fell. Let me get it. And we have the Nine of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, 2 cards that came through. Okay, and at the back of the deck, my dear, we have the Three of Cups. All right, so now let's look into you guys' relationship. First of all, I feel like this is a relationship which is gonna grow slow and steady. Very secure, but at the same time slow. So, you know, the dating phase, as an example, could take some time, or it's just all about, you know, going with your own speed, okay? Pentacles energy, just in general, is a more slower energy, and I feel like a reason for that is because you guys are going to take a lot of time getting to know each other, a lot of time exploring and just enjoying, you know, just enjoying the time. And I just feel like maybe someone says, you know, we always have time to get married, but for now I would like just to enjoy this period in which we get to know everything about each other. And there is something very romantic about that, okay? I feel like maybe you guys will do a lot of things that are gonna be romantic, or like things that you're gonna enjoy doing, even maybe some small adventures. But I feel like when we talk about your guys' relationship from the beginning, you will definitely say how it is, and you will let each other know what you're looking for. With the Two of Wands being here, you and your person, I mean, your person, we have definitely seen this already coming through, but this may also be you here. You may have planned things through, you know, you may know where your future is heading, you know, what you're looking for, what you want, what kind of future you want. And I just feel like these are conversations that you guys are definitely going to have very early on. Letting the other know what it is that you're looking for and what kind of relationship you want, what kind of partner you want, so you can see eye to eye. So both of you guys knows what the other, is searching for. And I feel like you guys are going to be very happy with the things that are coming through, because you're going to see each other really compatible. Let me see. It could be the case that let me see. It could be the case that one of you guys, okay, maybe has, this could be someone, or this could be an environment which may for some time make it a little bit difficult, okay? So as an example, this could be a long distance thing which is gonna make it a little bit difficult, or this could maybe be a person who is trying to interfere or intervene in, which one is the right word, you know, is trying to like be in your business, basically, let me put it that way. And there could be this energy, okay, because I feel like the devil energy is kind of like an energy which wants to like step into this, or a little bit make it a little bit difficult. However, the way the Four of Wands is really coming through here, you see these two, they're just like, they just have eyes for themselves. So in every relationship there may be challenges, because that's life, you know, there is a duality, and life is not only about good things but also about bad things. And I find it very interesting because there's this illustration here that even if things may be for some reason a little bit difficult, you guys are gonna just have eyes for each other, because the emotions you have for each other is gonna what's gonna help you with overcoming it. Whether it's a person who, like, I don't know, that's just an example, right? So let's just say someone's parent, okay, who is just like bringing a little bit of stress into the connection, or once again maybe a long distance thing, whatever it may be, that no matter what this difficulty is, that the love you share for each other is going to help you going through it and overcoming it. And that's really, really beautiful, because I feel like, especially for some reason, this is more so maybe in the like dating period here, and it's gonna show you guys that you work really, really well when it comes to also like overcoming obstacles. It's not only about being able to experience the good things with each other, that's probably very easy, but it's also about how do we work, how do we function as a team, as a couple, when we have to work through things. And you're gonna see that you're gonna make it. Now, you guys are definitely gonna get married, okay? I know this is a who will you marry reading, but I just would like to emphasize that I definitely see ceremonies here, traditions, wedding, you know, like it depends on where you're from, but I just feel like some people watching this definitely have maybe some like ceremonies, when it like specific wedding ceremonies that are like from your country, okay? And it's gonna be a very beautiful wedding. That's just something I would like to emphasize here. I am seeing a very beautiful, beautiful wedding with a lot of colors. Like there's something with colors here. Maybe it's not necessarily the like literally colors, but it's just like metaphorically coming through here as like a very beautiful, like full of emotions and beautiful like memories kind of thing, okay, this day, which of course it has to be, right? A wedding, I like, should be a beautiful day for everyone, and coming together with your loved ones and so on. And yeah, that's just something I see for you coming through. And I know I'm going a little bit maybe off topic here, but I'm seeing a beautiful wedding for you, and I just would like to say it, okay? Maybe someone just needed to hear that. For a lot of you guys, this is also going to be a new person. This is not an old person. For the majority of you guys, someone new which you will meet if you haven't so far. but that doesn't feel like an ex as an example. Yeah, I don't know why. For some, I'm seeing a lot of like Asian like ceremonies. You know, it doesn't matter East Asian, South Asian, um, Middle Eastern. Like I'm seeing a lot of like ceremonies, traditions coming through when it comes to the wedding. Maybe some of you guys are from that region, and that's what this is coming through. Okay, so take it how it resonates, but for some reason I'm seeing this as well here. But going further, okay, from the wedding here, another thing I would like to say is that I genuinely feel like you're gonna make each other happy. And I don't say this lightly, because if you guys have seen my videos, you know that I always say it's not someone else's responsibility to make us happy, and we should never think that way, because when we expect someone else to make us happy, that's like completely giving our power away and living by chance. The one person who should make us happy, yeah, are we ourselves. And you know, the happiness that comes from others is also beautiful, also so beautiful. But we shouldn't see others as the main source of happiness, right? Because people may come and go, and our happiness is our own responsibility. However, I genuinely feel like you guys are gonna make each other happy. Like, seriously. The Nine of Cups, this illustration, you see these people are touching each other's faces, and just the big smile, you know, like, that's a very fulfilled couple. Very fulfilled. And I just feel like the main source of this fulfillment is like the company, you know, it's just the fact that they have the other person. I know this looks very like fancy and everything, but it's all about the people, okay? It's not about maybe all the luxury that's around them, but it's really all about, I am fulfilled because I have you, okay? And not because of all the other things I have. I'm happy because I have you in my life. And that's really the energy that I'm feeling for you, my dear Pile 1. That you're going to be very grateful. And you're going to feel very safe. Yeah. That's beautiful. Now, I would like, my dear, to do one more thing, which is some advice, okay? Is there any advice when it comes to this relationship, when it comes to this person, anything, okay? Coming from your spirit guides, coming from the energy supporting you in this connection, or maybe even your future spouses, like spirit guides, whoever. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, definitely your spirit guides. That's what I'm feeling here. Let's see. For my dear Pile 1, any advice? One more card, please. Okay. Okay. Oops. Anyways, I think this doesn't want to... Okay, it worked. So, at the back of the deck, 6 of Wands. Now, for my dear Pile 1, any advice regarding this relationship? The first thing I heard is have an open mind. Now, there could be the case that in this particular situation, something is going to be different from what you expected. it could be, let's say, your future spouse is not the normal type you go for, or let's say there could be a long distance thing, or let's say there's some kind of difference between you guys that you didn't expect. Okay, whatever it may be, these are just examples. With the Hanged Man being here, it's almost like suggesting you to see it differently, to be open for a different view, be open for a new experience, okay, to see it in a different light. And yeah, that's just the first thing that's coming through, very, very straightforward here. Another thing, another advice is that make sure, okay, to stand your ground, to go with your intuition. Now, I'm trying to understand, or I'm trying to get any messages regarding why, okay? Why a certain message is coming through. As an example, with the like open mind, we had some clarification that there could be some differences between you guys, but when it comes to like standing your ground and listening to your intuition, like I'm literally only getting this, no explanation whatsoever. So okay, that's all I can say from now. Follow your intuition and heaven, yeah, stand your ground. Let me see. Another thing I would like to say, always put your happiness and your well-being as one of your highest priorities. Okay? Always remember your well-being comes first. Voice your opinion if you feel like something doesn't really feel right, or you feel like something is bothering you. We have seen this coming through. Your future spouse definitely wants you to voice when, yeah, you feel some type of way. So do that. Make sure to do that, because that's what they want. You know, they want you to know that you can approach them. I also heard like power couple. But that's interesting though, because that's not an advice. Or at least I'm not getting any messages regarding how it could turn into an advice. I just heard that you will be a power couple. So that's just something for you to know, I guess. But that's actually all I have when it comes to the advice here. Yeah, when it comes to you, it was like straightforward. Not a lot of explanation either. Just like some, I feel like keywords coming through. Maybe there are, like as an example, maybe the reason why only power couple came through is so that you can think about it, how, like what you associate with it, or what this brings out in you. Okay, so when I said power couple, what was the first thought? Or how do you think this may be connected to you guys? I feel like this is almost like homework here. Yeah, that's interesting. So, my dear pile one, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this very long reading. Thank you so much, my dear pal one, for allowing me to read for you. It was so, so beautiful. I hope that you got the information or the messages that you were looking for. My dear, if there's anything you would like to suggest, please feel free to do so. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not even get a notification, when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you just would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is found in the description box, and of course, I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal one, I'm sending you much love and much, much, much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course, a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse? As I already said in the beginning, my dear, first I will look into who your future spouse is, their personality, and whatever you're meant to know about them. Next, I will look into your guys' relationship and any information regarding that. I also would like at the end to get any advice regarding this union for you, okay? This is something I would like to do. Any messages which are meant for you to know, and this situation is welcomed. So first of all, let's see who this person is, and I would like to start off with major arcanas. I would like to see about 2 major arcanas and yeah, where this person is at right now, okay? Which 2 major arcanas represent this person at this current moment. Let's see what's going on with them, where they are in their life. So let's see, for my dear pile 2, for my lovely pile 2, who's your future spouse? Let's see. All right, that's enough, so let's begin. Okay, that's so interesting. Pile 1's first card was the Emperor, and now we have the Empress here. Remember, this is only energy, this is not gender specific or anything, so it doesn't matter. This is just the energy here. Now let's get you one more card from my dear pal 2. Okay. The Lover's card turned over, and at the back of the deck we have the Chariot here. Now let me see. Okay, so my dear pile 2, first of all, I would like to mention that I am really excited for this reading. I don't know why. Okay, I feel like your future spouse right now actually is at a place in their life where they're really excited about what's to come, They are definitely in a period in which it's all about enjoyment. It's all about feeling fulfilled and being happy, I feel like this is someone who, in general, okay, they're very optimistic. Someone who always sees the brighter side of life. Like, let's say someone, like one of their friends is going through tough times. This person knows exactly what to say in order to cheer them up, or they always know what to say to make others feel better, and not in the sense of like someone having like toxic positivity or so. No, they just want people to not forget about also the light that exists, even if maybe one person may go through tough times. So they are definitely, it's also very interesting. You also chose the Sun card, right? And with the Sun card being here, I feel like this is really a big part of their personality, because they could be someone who is like a sunshine, like the good friend, like, or the favorite friend, let's say it that way, the favorite friend in the friend circle, who everyone can have a very deep connection with, a heart-to-heart connection with. And I just feel like from your future spouse, there's coming a lot of genuine energy through, because your future spouse is definitely someone who's very nurturing, very caring, very generous as well. I feel like this is someone who will definitely not hesitate when it comes to helping others. If they can, they will. In fact, even if they can't, they will still try. This is who they are. They don't feel good knowing, as an example, let's say they're going through great times, but they have a friend who's going through a very like difficult time. This person, even though it may not directly be about them, they will still go beyond with trying to help. And just because someone else is suffering and not them doesn't mean that, you know, it shouldn't bother them or they shouldn't want to help. So this is someone who literally has a heart of gold. And I just would like to say, like, let's look at all the three cards. There is like all this gold in the background, you know, like the sun, the daylight shining through. And once again, you literally have the sun, which is all about, well, light, right? And also with this orange crystal, I just feel like this can be the kind of partner who really helps you, okay, with figuring your life out. You know, sometimes we may come across friends or partners who are like guides or great support. I feel like this is also this thing for you, my dear pal, too. Because I feel like your future spouse will really help you with, you know, let's say there are certain parts of your life which you have been just curing with yourself. You didn't really like end certain, let's say, negative past experiences, and you are just carrying them with you. I feel like your future spouse will really help you with bringing closure, you know, like closing the chapter, because you as a human being, you have so much energy, okay, that you could put into wonderful, beautiful things for yourself instead of wasting it for negativity or certain patterns, you know, toxic patterns that we are carrying with ourselves. I would like to come back to these cards here with the lovers being here. Beyond the, you know, your future spouse being a very optimistic person and so on, this is also someone who definitely has a lot of love to share. They are definitely someone who loves to be in love and just be in a romantic partnership. You know, for them, like, having a partner is just such a beautiful experience and such a privilege. And this is someone who's actively looking for love, you know, someone who wants love in their life. When I say love in this particular like combination here, I mean romantic love, okay? I mean the romantic love of a partner. So with the lovers being here, I feel like this person, generally speaking, also with the Empress being here, is someone who's very emotional. They are in touch with their emotional body and they really honor it, you know? They are not someone who, let's say, growing up, have like suppressed their feelings and their desires and just, you know, just went after, you know, whatever it was they had to do, their responsibilities, you know, just functioning in the matrix kind of thing. No, for them, their emotional body was always very like a big part of them, you know. I mean, of course, it's a big part of every and each human, but very often, especially in this modern day society, which is more mind dominated, a lot of people neglect their feelings, or let's say at least certain parts, emotional parts of them, which need attention. They would rather dive into work, dive into like possessions, or, you know, like go the like successful way to just not cope with their emotional body too much, okay? And of course, the mind is just as important as the emotional body, right? But we need balance. The key to almost everything is balance. And I feel like this person has always been in good terms with their emotions. And it really shows because they have this desire to express it, they have this desire to share it with others. So, this is definitely someone who will not hold back when they are in a emotional connection, okay, when they are in a relationship, and they really really love it. Like, this is someone who thrives in romance and love. Like, they need a partner. This is not someone who would want to live alone always or not be committed. This is someone who wants that. I also feel like they are actually actively looking for that. You know, they're actively looking for a partner. Now, they may have a certain picture of who it is that they want, you know. I don't mean it like certain expectations, that's not what I mean, but more so what they would like, you know, to manifest in a partner, such as, let's say, someone that they can have a very genuine connection with, or someone who will be caring, someone who will also look for a long-term relationship, you know. They know what they want in a person. That's really what I feel here. And it doesn't surprise me because I feel like one of the most important things they're looking for in a partner is having this emotional connection, you know. Yes, there's the physical. Yes, there is like all the other aspects of a relationship, but at the end of the day, the most beautiful things two people can share is the love they have for each other, or the love they carry. And that's also what's really the highest priority for your person. Now, as for where they are right now in their life, as I have said in the beginning of the reading already, right now this person is definitely enjoying. You know, they could right now be enjoying a great trip, or they could right now do a lot of things in their life that they're very passionate about. Also, with the Empress energy being here, it could be the case that this person is literally creating things. Let's say creating a new business, creating a new project, creating a new hobby, you know, doing something new, just creating things that they love, you know, with this combination. Doing things, birthing, okay, new ideas into their life through the love and passion they carry. This is actually a very beautiful energy to be in because it shows that, yeah, they feel very alive, you know, they feel alive, they feel grateful, and overall just happy creating. And they're definitely at the moment doing things that they are, yeah, satisfied with, for sure. Actually, a really good place to be in. Also, with the Chariot, you know, being the overall energy, this person is heading towards a good path. And what do I mean with that? They're heading towards where they want to be. So maybe this person is literally creating something, okay, and with the Chariot being here, it will definitely be successful, or it will definitely lead them towards where they want to be. So as an example, if this person is, let's say, putting all this creative energy into manifesting a partner, they will definitely succeed in it, and yeah, manifest someone in who will be a great match, which will be you, right? Because we're looking into your future spouse here. Let me see if I can find anything else here. For some of you guys, my dear, it could be the case that between you and your future spouse, there is some difference. Let me see. You will definitely be equals. There is no doubt about that. I feel like both of you guys definitely are bringing something into the table, and it's just a beautiful game, like a beautiful play, you know? Kind of like when you puzzle, you know, like different pieces belong together and they then create this beautiful picture, this beautiful end result. It's kind of the same thing. I feel like both of you guys have different puzzle pieces to bring into the relationship, whether it's, let's say, certain talents you have or certain visions you have and so on. And together you can really create this beautiful, bigger picture. All right, so already 15 minutes in, only these 3 cards, but we have received a lot of message for sure. Your future spouse is at a very good place, or at least they're creating really good things. And look at that, the Chariot card here as well. All right, now my dear, let's dive a little bit deeper into the topic and let's see who is your future spouse. Whatever is meant for you to know regarding them. Who is your future spouse for my dear, dear, dear pile 2? Who are they? Who is your future spouse? Okay. For my dear pile 2, 1 card fell. Okay, the first card we have is the 7 of Cups. For my dear pile 2, the 6 of Cups. We have the Hanged Man. All right. 4 of Swords for my dear pile 2. 5 of Pentacles. We have the Hermit card. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For my lovely pal 2. 6 of Swords. And let's get you guys one more card, okay? Alright, and we have the beautiful card of the Ace of Cups. Just look at this card. It's like one of my all-time favorites. So, for my dear pile 2, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? So first of all, my dear, I would like to say that I feel like this is someone who, let's say, even if they have been in a previous relationship, it wasn't really that fulfilling, you know? Like, even if from the outside people thought that, it wasn't. I feel like this person has been feeling lonely when it comes to romantic partnerships for quite some time. Even if they were in a relationship, it was as if they weren't really, because it wasn't really something genuine, you know? And I feel like they have been looking for someone that feels like a soulmate, you know, like someone who, when we meet them, we just have this recognition, and we just feel like safe and secure around, you know. We can be our authentic self, someone who will understand, someone who, you know, we can open up to, who will be a support, who we can also, of course, support, because it's a give and take, like giving and receiving, and the other way around, right? It's supposed to be balanced out. And maybe in the past it wasn't really that balanced out. And I feel like there is this energy of them feeling like a hermit, you know, feeling like a hermit for quite some time. Even if they have been living in a big city around by a lot of people, as an example, still, they kind of feel it like a little bit isolated. And I feel like a part of that is because it has something to do with their soul journey. It has something to do with their um past like reincarnations, you know. I feel like this person perhaps needs to learn something in this lifetime when it comes to themselves and loving thyself, okay? So I know this has nothing to do perhaps with you guys, but it's definitely very important for this person. They will learn a lot when it comes to themselves, and it's very interesting because for you, my dear pal, too, you're the first you're the first pile now that I'm feeling this. This may be a soulmate or someone who is from your soul family. You could literally marry in this reincarnation someone who you have a very beautiful connection with. Someone who you may not have just met for the first time in this lifetime, but you also have other incarnations with. Because there is something in this pile, okay, that is really giving me this energy of it's not only about this human experience, but it's about also many other lifetimes. And I feel like this person, they will recognize that in you, okay? They may in the beginning not voice it directly because it is gonna be something new to them. It may even be something very new to you, but they will sense it, and I feel like it's gonna teach them a lot as well. This is, I know we haven't like dived into the relationship part yet, but what I can already say is that you guys will definitely teach each other a lot. You will learn a lot through this relationship, okay? You will definitely grow together. But not only that, it's kind of also a self-exploration journey. Because maybe this relationship will make you aware of certain parts of you that you have neglected or that you haven't really paid a lot of attention towards, you know. I feel like you both. All right, you, my dear pal, too, watching, and this person, both of you guys will go through a lot of different transformations. And it will definitely be a part of your soul journey, you know. You came here to make these certain experiences. You wanted to make these experiences. That's something I'm hearing here. Another thing to know, I feel like you will be for this person this new beginning that they've been looking for. You know, I talked about how they may have not really felt that fulfilled in quite some time when it comes to their relationships. And I feel like what I really find beautiful is that when they're going to be involved with you, they're going to see you as this partner that they have been waiting for quite some time. And they will understand that this uneasy like feeling that they used to have was because I really feel like their higher self or their energy is really like giving them a glimpse of your union, you know? Like I feel like this person may sometimes feel a desire or a longing. That's the right word. Feel longing that they can't quite explain, you know. And I feel like for some reason it has something to do with definitely their soul journey, but also you, because you are gonna be a big part of this reincarnation. You're gonna be their partner, and you are gonna trigger each other through a lot of spiritual experiences, but also self or spiritual development. Another thing I would like to say, I feel like this is someone who, you know, when we talk about their life experiences so far, they have went through a lot of things alone, and they had to figure things out alone very often, deal with things by themselves, and also heal themselves, you know, without a lot of maybe support. You know, even if this is someone who has a lot of people around, I just feel like they are someone who feels like they need to go through the certain things alone, which is so contradicting to how they are with others, because we have talked about it, right? This is someone who loves to uplift others and would go beyond to help others out. But then on the other hand, they feel like they need to deal with everything alone by themselves, and they don't want to bother other people. Like, this is someone who needs to be very cautious, because they have this good heart that may even lead them to like sacrifice themselves, you know, sacrifice their needs in order to help others, put themselves onto pause so they can figure other people's things out. Like, this is just someone who has such a heart of gold, once again, that they may not even understand when it drains them. Yeah, I feel like this person very often in their life had to go through things alone. And I feel like this may be something that you will talk with them about, or you will want to speak um, with them about, okay? That there are such a wonderful person, such a wonderful soul, but the same help that they want to give to others, they should also be able to receive it from others, you know? So I feel like you will tell your future spouse that you want to be a part of their life, and that also includes the ugly parts. And you want them to come to you, you know, when something is bothering them, or you just want them to ask for help. You want them to know that they can ask for help. And it's not bad to do so. They want others to reach out to them. So why would it be bad when, you know, they would reach out to others? I know, I understand, because for some reason they feel like they don't want to bother others. They don't want to, you know, bring difficulties. But hey, once again, it's all about giving and receiving, right? I feel like this person has definitely a part which is very innocent. No matter who they are, no matter like where they are in life, what this human avatar is, okay, that they are in, they are very innocent. Like, their heart space is one of a very genuine soul. Yeah. I would like to get you, my dear, some as well oracle cards to see who your person is. let's do that. For my dear pal 2, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? One card fell. We have the Alchemist archetype, which says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Now, multiple things. First of all, the keyword transformation. I really feel like this is someone who triggers transformation in others, because let's say someone is treating themselves very harshly. This person will approach with such a gentleness that they will just, want someone, like, you know, sometimes you want to be a better person. They kind of trigger this in others because they are so good themselves. They're kind of putting an example for the goodness we could share with ourselves or with others as well. Golden wisdom reminds me of the golden heart that I have talked about now a few times. But also with the alchemist energy being here, turning something around, you know, changing something. I feel like this is really who they are. They could have turned things in their life over couple of times now, you know, maybe very often when people, you know, they didn't really knew where this person's life was heading, they always transformed, they always brought different changes. I feel like this is someone who has definitely brought peace, okay, between them and change. Change doesn't bother them. In fact, change gives them a lot of space for growth. For some of you guys, if you don't have the best relationship with going through changes, then I feel like they will help you with it, because that's something they thrive in. They like the uncertainty that comes with changes. This person, they will go through spiritual experiences, okay? They will, because it's a part of their journey in this lifetime. This is what they wanted to do before they reincarnated. This is what their higher self wanted to experience as this physical form. And it's just very, very vivid in this energy here. Let's continue. For my dear pile 2, who will you marry? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Okay, we have 2 cards. I'm gonna take them both. Ooh, okay. We have the goddess archetype. Now, with the goddess archetype being here, that's very interesting because it reminds me of the Empress. The card, by the way, says the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life, force, and sensuality. You know, I talked about the fact that I feel like you guys are soulmates, okay? You are sharing a spiritual connection with each other. Now, take it how it resonates, okay? But I feel like one of you guys is more so in the masculine energy and the other is more so in their feminine energy. And I feel like this person is really craving a connection in which they will have this balanced out energy. Yeah, for some reason, okay, they have definitely experienced some very imbalanced relationships which were not harmonious at all, which were draining and so on, and what they're looking for now is something equal. Something equal. Another thing I feel like, because that's most of the time the first thing I think when I see this card, because just look at it. So beautiful, so gorgeous. You will definitely find your future spouse very beautiful, very good looking. Okay? Let me see. And also, I feel like in your connection, you will definitely have a lot of sensuality, a lot of gentleness, okay? Very intense romance. Something you can look forward to. Like, that's something I'm feeling here. Now, let's see. The second card is Companion. Loyalty, Tennessee. Oh my goodness. Me and sometimes pronouncing certain English words. Let me show you guys. Okay, for everyone who's maybe a native speaker, this is the word that I can't pronounce. Let me know in the comment section below. And unselfishness. Okay. So, also a very beautiful card, which I actually don't get that often, okay? I think I have, like, since I have this card deck, I may have only received this, like, not even a handful of times, okay? This is so beautiful because this really shows that you guys are gonna, or that you are, okay, great companions. Not only in this lifetime, but really I feel like throughout different lifetimes. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that in a different times you came together in different life forms, that you always were romantically involved. It doesn't necessarily need to be the case in this particular energy here. You could have also come across each other in different ways except romantically, but something you have always shared for each other was the love and was this deep connection, the soul connection. And I feel like, you know, with this card being here, you will definitely not only be very faithful to each other, but you will also have a very great friendship, which may even at times be more important than everything else, because this friendship is really what you guys share in every experience. So, yeah, it's really what holds you guys the closest, I feel like. A beautiful friendship. And I really seriously feel like this is a soul connection, my dear. Really big time. You know this person beyond this physical, okay? Because a human life is only a brief experience, anyways. And I feel like you may have had different brief experiences or even long experiences with them, okay? Now let's get you, my dear pal 2, the last card. Okay, we actually have 2 cards coming through. We have the child wounded and we have the heroine. All right. So, awakens compassion and desire to serve others. Wounded children opens the learning path of forgiveness. Very gentle energy. Look at that, how gentle this is. It also brings in, you know, the words compassion, serving, awakening, children, okay? Gentle energy here. And, of course, forgiveness. Multiple things. First of all, I really feel like this is someone who knows really well how to be with children. They know how to mentor children as well. I feel like this is not someone who will try to rip a child out of their individuality and just make them one of many. They know how to serve and help, you know, children from a very young age to feel empowered to be themselves, you know, feeling safe to express themselves and having trust. This can be a very good parent as well. I feel like this person, just in general, they also love to always learn. This is someone who's always eager to learn and see new things. But besides of that, someone who definitely is very compassionate. Once again, so much love to give you. Like, my dear, they have so much love to give. And I feel like this is definitely, okay, what they will experience: big time personal empowerment and self-development. This person will go through a lot of transformations, okay? Even in the future, even though they have already, there is more and more and more to come. And you by them, like you by their side, will definitely be a witness of that, and you will also be triggered through transformation. But let me just tell you, don't fear it. In fact, these transformations are a part of you peeling, okay, yourself layer by layer to come closer and eventually become your greatest version. All right. This is really something I'm seeing here for you. Now, for my dear, sorry for the cut, my dear. I don't know why my technology is like going crazy at the moment. It just paused without any reason and I didn't even notice it. So now let's come back. Now, my dear, let's look into your relationship. And yeah, let's see what messages are meant for you to know, my dear pal, too, when it comes to your relationship with your future spouse. For my dear pile 2, let's see, what do you need to know about your guys' relationship? For my dear pile 2. Alright, that's enough, so let's start. Let's see. For my dear pal 2. Look at that. Are you kidding me? The first card you have is the Sun. It's really the overall energy of this reading, okay? Like, it came through so many times energetically, and you have literally the Sun card as the pile you chose, and that's a beautiful start, okay? Let's see. What do you need to know about your guys' relationship? We have the 3 of Wands here as well. Let's continue. Look at that. The 6 of Cups came through again. The 5 of Pentacles as well. Let's see. For my dear pile 3. I'm sorry, pile 2. Excuse me. Knight of Swords. The Empress, of course. She has to say hello again. Let's see, my dear. Okay, 2 cards. And we have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Okay, at the back of the deck, you guys, look at that. The 10 of Cups. That's so beautiful. Wow, like... There is really nothing else I can say except wow, because that's a great energy to work with. Like, whew. Okay, all right, let's come back. So, what do you need to know about your relationship? What I really genuinely feel is that this is going to be the most fulfilling relationship you've ever had or you will ever have, okay? Not only for you, also for your future spouse. There is a lot of fulfillment, okay? A lot of satisfaction in here. Literally joy and happiness. You guys are gonna be so happy in this relationship, in this union. And it's gonna be something, my dear, which is bringing you so much fulfillment, okay, with the Sun card being here. But not only that, I feel like this is going to be a relationship in which you guys may also go to different places. You may really see a lot of new things, you know, when it comes to experiences, experience much more than you have so far. And when we talk about this relationship, I feel like it may involve pretty fast, in the sense that, or at least let me put it that way, you guys will definitely want to move it really, really fast because of this intense connection you have with each other. You just would like to, you know, just dive into it and go to the next level, you know, just enjoy it. And because it's gonna feel so right, you know, this is the kind of relationship you're not gonna have a lot of doubts because it's just gonna feel right to you. And you really would like to just be like a couple and, yeah, you know, take it to the next level. And from there on, I have to say though that I feel like for some, okay, take it how it resonates, but for some of you guys, you may take the more intimate stuff a little bit slow. Maybe because someone watching this would like to approach the passion when they feel ready for it. Okay, maybe someone watching this, as an example, this could be your first time, or this could be you opening up to someone, physically speaking, after a very long time or after overcoming something, some kind of blockage. So you will like to take it slow, the physical stuff, okay? And your partner will definitely be okay with it, okay? They will be very understanding. If one of you guys has some kind of reason for that, you know, whether it's just personal reason or some belief system, whatever may be your reason, they will be very understanding, okay? But this is for some of you guys. It doesn't have to resonate with everyone, but still, I really felt like saying that. Coming back, once again, I feel like you guys will want to be a couple pretty fast. You know, you would want to make it official. You would want to be, yeah, just together, you know. And I really find it as well interesting that I feel like some of you guys may have literally manifested this person, or let's say you always felt like there's someone out there for you. You actually may have sensed this person before you came into contact in the 3D, in the physical. You know, you may have already felt them, and just, you may have just like known that, yes, there is someone, like I can feel them, you know, there is a soulmate, or there is someone very significant that I can feel, and I want to manifest them in. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you actually have manifested this person. Let me see. Okay, with the Empress being here, I'm just gonna say it one more time. There is a lot that you guys will create with each other, and of course it depends on what you want. Maybe not everyone watching this would like to have their own children, right? But as an example, if this is something you want with the mother, with the creation energy, you know, with the Empress being here, things are looking very good. But not necessarily only that, you know, maybe for some of you guys, you would like to create other stuff, you would like to bring other things into existence, maybe ideas, or, you know, whatever it may really be. It doesn't necessarily have to be like children. I feel like you guys working together beautifully is gonna definitely make it work. Once again, the Six of Cups being here is a very gentle and very beautiful energy. And also with the Knight of Cups being here, I feel like when it comes to your guys' union, you will definitely express like yourselves pretty like fast, okay? You will definitely let the other know what what you feel for them, and The relationship will start very gentle and very beautiful. I feel like there are like one major part of your guys' relationship are heart to heart conversations. This is something I feel very big time here, that it's always about giving and receiving from the heart space. Whether it's having beautiful conversations which go really like deep, okay, or physical experiences, if you understand what I mean, which literally go skin deep, right? But it's from the heart to heart. And as well, let's say someone wants to give the other something for like birthday or just surprise them for whatever reason. And I just feel like these surprises and gifts really come from the heart space, you know? Maybe there are a very well thought through gift. It just feels like, yeah, two hearts being connected. All right, that's really something I'm feeling here. And with the 10 of Cups being here, you guys, the 10 of Cups is just, how do you say it in English? Like the icing on the cake, you know? I hope you understand what I mean. It's just this beautiful energy as the overall energy, okay, for your relationship. It's so harmonious. And of course, it takes time and communication, compromising to create this. But the very, very fact that you guys are gonna create this, it's such a beautiful achievement. And when I take it back to the previous spreads in which I looked into who this person is, this is literally what they have been longing for. They wanted to have or to create this beautiful relationship in which, for some, it can even develop into a family. But not only that, having this beautiful space and this beautiful connection in which we can grow, we can create a community, you know, we can just share love, okay? Like, as an example, looking into the energies here, there is really nothing, let's say, which I would see as maybe being, or being emphasized at least, as being an obstacle or something negative I should talk about. Like, even the Five of Pentacles for me is more so talking here about the timing, okay? The timing when it comes to the Ace of Wands, when it comes to the passion you guys are gonna share. It's really the coins energy here. It's not really that much of, let's say, the traditional meaning of the Five of Pentacles, more so the time energy it may represent. So, to be honest, so far I have not received anything that may be of concern or a warning regarding the relationship. However, I would like to also look into any possible advice for the relationship, right? So maybe we will get some more insights regarding maybe anything you should know regarding this union, okay? Coming through in the form of advice, which will be the next question. But for now, let's focus on your guys' relationship. I feel like this is also the kind of relationship in which your guys' circles, it will emerge beautifully with each other. So as an example, you will get to know your future spouse's friends and you will get along with them pretty good. Like, it could be the case, as an example, that they will also become your great friends, okay? Because it's all about, like, I feel like you guys, personality wise, are really similar, like you and your future spouse. And you also click with kind of the same vibes, with the same people. So it's not going to be that difficult to adapt to their, let's say, friendship, a friend group, okay? So that's something I'm seeing here as well. Once again, if some of you guys are trying to manifest this person in, then there's like, this is definitely green light telling you to keep doing you, okay? Like, keep going, because you are manifesting and it's showing, and this will be a manifestation of yours, okay? So just for you to know, that's something I would like to mention, or emphasize, better to say, once more. Now, let's go for the advice now, okay? It was really important for me to allow this to come through, because now whatever is meant for you to know regarding this relationship, regarding this union, this person, okay? Whatever your spirit guides, the energies want you to know, whatever message that needs to come through, I just would like to create the space for it here. So any advice is welcomed. Let's see, for my dear pile 2. All right. Advice when it comes to this union. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Advice when it comes to this union. 10 of Pentacles, look at that. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have the King of Wands. My dear, some of you guys could have also been drawn to pile 1. If this is the case, then feel free to watch it. At the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. All right. So the first thing I heard, and I would like to start straight away with the 10 of Swords here. This is an advice for you, okay? Not so much for the relationship, but where you are right now in life. There is this need for you to release. I feel like, you know, you may have some swords laying around in your life, and they're extremely sharp. They're not giving you anything except they bothering you, okay? And the energies really want you to be aware of that, and they want you to release these swords, okay? So with other words, coming out of this metaphorical energy here, you may have things in your life right now, my dear pal 2, that are in your way, that are hindering you from being yourself, from being your authentic self, becoming your greatest version, from maybe doing something you would like to do. These swords could come in the form of other people, maybe people's expectations, fears, okay? Fears of being judged, or just in general, fear of failure, you know? I just feel like this is you. The 6 of Cups. You guys, this is your card. Like, it won't leave you alone, okay? Like the 6, yeah, and the 2 of Cups here, of course. The 6 of Cups is not leaving you. So let's come back to the 10 of Swords. This is you, all right? Surrounded by all these sharp swords and literally being stuck, okay, on this, it looks like what remained of a tree. It's extremely cold. It's so bad looking and just horrible. And I feel like for some of you guys, you may have felt stuck, okay? Maybe you're right now feeling stuck in your life. It could be some kind of a psychological stagnation that you're in, or literally physically you feel maybe that a certain part of your life is not going anywhere. It's not moving anywhere. Now, your spirit guides are coming through here, and they would want you to know that. And I'm hearing they want to emphasize that, yes, it's so much easier said, but it starts with you. The first step needs to be done by you. And you know, this person has a sword in their hand. They could use it to free themselves of these, it looks like some kind of like as if they're bondage, right? Trapped. They could free themselves, no matter what circumstance they're in. They could make sure they're freed of that, but they're kind of waiting, right? And there is this way out of here, but it starts with them doing the first step. And of course, it depends on your personal and individual situation, but your spirit guides want to encourage you, okay? They want to make you hopeful. They want you to know that the power lays within you. Even if it may not feel like it at times, you are the one, okay? You are the one who is holding the sword, and your spirit guides want you to be really aware of that. And they don't want you to just carry on things that are baggage, okay, from one day to the other, from 1 week to the other week, from 1 month to the other month, years after years, and so on. They want you to be free of it. It is so important for them to see you freeing yourself, okay, from those self-limiting energies here. And they want you to be aware of it, okay? So reflect on that, because it's definitely something which is very important for you to hear. Now, let's go back to the advice when it comes to your guys' relationship. The first thing I heard was open your heart, okay? Open your heart to it. If you feel like you have some blockages regarding love, it could literally also be something to do with that here. Make sure to be aware of it and to work through it, because you know, the 10 of Swords, as ugly this may look like, as painful this may look like, 10s are endings, and even the 10 of Swords has beauty in it. Yes, I said it, even the 10 of Swords has beauty in it, because it's a painful ending. Now you may say, what's the beauty of a painful ending? Well, it's the ending, because it's closing the chapter. Yes, closing this chapter is not easy, but once it's closed, it's closed. And once an ending happened, what comes after an ending? A beginning, okay? And your spirit guides want you to focus on it like that. We could either zoom on the pain which comes with going through that, or we could zoom on the beginning, the hopeful energy that comes once this is done with it, okay? Is done, dealt with. It's all about perception. It's all about perception. And once again, if you feel like you have some blockages regarding your, as an example, heart chakra, okay, or just in general, something regarding your love space, regarding yourself, regarding others, the universe, okay, definitely become aware of it. Don't let this be in the way of a beautiful connection that you could have. All right. Let me see. What advice? Well, the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles here, okay, like side by side, not only are they very similar in a way in their energies, but it almost feels like counterparts. You know, here we have the feminine energy, which almost is like the Empress, and here we have like the masculine energy, which is like the Emperor here. So I feel like you guys are equals, okay? Like on a soul level you are, even maybe if physically, because of some kind of dogmas, or I don't know, like some kind of let me see, what is the right word? Social structures. Okay, I think this is maybe a better word. maybe when it comes to social structures, it may not appear that way for some reason. I don't know why. You will know why you feel this way, okay? But as an advice, know that you guys are equals. Don't listen to all the like BS, okay? All the like garbage. You guys are equals. And it's very important that you understand that. I'm not receiving why this message may come through. That's really all. So I guess you will figure it out once you will go or experience this, okay? If some of you guys have already experienced that, feel free to share why this message may have come through, okay? But that's something for you to know. You guys are equal always. And not only you guys, we all are, okay? No one is better than the other. No matter what society tries to put in our mind, okay, how our worth is determined, whether it's through money, through some kind of beauty standards, okay, through status, whatever, education, we all are equal, okay? And that's very important to understand. Just because, let's say, someone is good at that doesn't mean that you are less. Just because someone can do this doesn't mean that it takes any greatness away from you. So please be mindful of that, okay? We are all equal. Me, you, and everyone else, all right? So if someone watching this has some kind of complex, then there is definitely the advice here to be aware of it and to work through it, because it's not true. You're not less than anyone else, and you never ever have been, okay? Not in this incarnation and not in others, not in the followings coming, absolutely not, okay? So my dear pile 2, I feel like at the end we became a little bit like deep, okay? So please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. It was such an honor, my dear. I think it is now over an hour or so. And it was such a beautiful experience. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. If there's something you would like to share, definitely feel free to do so. Also, my dear, if you haven't, like and subscribe. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not get a notification when I upload any pick a card reading or candle wax readings. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you just would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is found in the description box, and of course I invite you there as well. Having said that, my dear pile 2, I am sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful evening depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pile 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? As I've already mentioned in the intro, my dear, first we will look into who this person is and any information we can get about them, anything which is meant for you to know. Afterwards, we're going to look into you guys' relationship, and then I would also like to get some minutes for any advice, just free any messages regarding the situation, regarding your union. What do you need to know about it? Any wise, hopefully wise words from your spirit guides, okay? So any advice will be welcomed at the end of the reading. So let's see. Let's start straight away. First of all, I would like to get your future spouse 2 major arcanas. We're going to look into where they are right now, okay? Which archetypes are the best showing what this person is going through. Let's see. Let's get you 2 major arcanas. Where is this person right now in their life? What's happening? 2 major arcanas, please. For my dear pile 3. Let's see. Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? What's happening right now? Okay, no, 3. I only want 2. For my dear pile 3, let's see. Okay, the first archetype we have for them is the Star card. Let's get you one more card. One more card, please, for my dear pile. Okay, and we have the Tower. Interesting combination here. At the back of the deck, we have the Justice energy. Now, let's come back with these 2 archetypes being here. Let's look into where your person is right now. Which archetypes impersonate them or are very important at this current time in their life. So first of all, what I would like to say is that I feel like this person has definitely gone, and I feel like it's a recent energy, okay? Has recently gone through a very, very major transformation in their life. And this transformation could have been triggered through something that happened, okay? Through some kind of event, something that they have witnessed or something that happened to them. And it's very funny for me that the Tower card and the Star card are here in combination, because one thing I can say on a personal level is that the Tower card for me is a very, very important card. And I know some people may be like, what? Like the Tower card, all the cards, like it is the card that, you know, a lot of people will instantly maybe associate a lot of negative things with it. And yes, it can definitely signify a lot of destruction. But when I see the Tower card, sometimes I am only like almost thrown back towards a Tower moment in my life, one of the most important moments in my life actually, which came through a Tower moment. And it really triggered my whole existence. It literally broke down the floor beneath me. It just shook my whole world, but at the same time, it opened up something for me. And in every card, we can find the duality. So even the Tower card is not only completely negative, it also has its positive energies. And as I always like to say, the Tower card for me, I associate it heavily with Shiva, the Hindu god. And if we look at him, he is this destroyer, right? But at the same time, he also symbolizes transformation. And that's exactly the thing here. Because when this whole tower breaks down, okay, what happens then? There's room for something new to be built on, right? And I really feel like your future spouse, they have recently gone through a tower moment which has shook them. At the same time, it has kind of triggered them to rearrange their life, to reflect on their life and where their path is heading towards. You know, as an example, this person could have had a very firm plan or vision regarding their future, regarding what they want. But then they went through this tower moment and it just brought question marks to everything. And it's very interesting for me because the energies are not showing me whatsoever what this tower moment could have been. As an example, let's say an ending of some kind of relationship or losing a job, or these are of course only examples, or I don't know, someone very dear to them going through something. They're not showing me that. So I feel like there is not so much importance to what happened. It's only important to know that something happened. That definitely triggered a lot of events coming through afterwards. And you know what I just heard? I heard that this Tower moment opened their eyes. And I really feel like, my dear, it's something that happened recently. It could have happened in this year, okay? This year, definitely. And it could be the case that this Tower moment made them distance themselves from someone who was not good for them as well, okay? There is indeed something coming through here, but this could be something specific for someone, that this Tower moment broke them free from someone, okay? So, what are they doing now? What are they now up to? The Star card is actually a great combination with the Tower because, I mean, just look at the illustration here. We have the Tower card, which is pretty dark, you know, we see a lightning here and just, yeah, a lot of chaos, turmoil going on. And then we have the Star card, which is like so calm, you know, very beautiful ambience almost, right? I mean, we have a beautiful night sky, or just in general a sky. It doesn't really look too night to me, but we see the stars, right? So it's gonna be somewhere more later in the day, right? And what would like to say here is that the Star card is such a gentle energy in comparison to the Tower card. And it's almost like this is your future spouse, okay? They were thrown out. They just had this extreme Tower moment for them. And then what they're doing now is they're recovering from it. And not only that, they have rearranged a lot. In fact, I'm hearing they've rearranged everything. And you know, the Star card as well is a card of healing. It's a card of coming back, you know, coming back to yourself. A very hopeful energy as well. And I feel like this person has definitely overcome this turmoil that they have encountered, that has happened to them. And right now, we definitely have calm waters, okay? And love, once again, rearrangements. And I just feel like when we talk about where this person is right now, they have changed a lot in their life. And it's funny because it has all been for the better. With the Justice card being here as well, I feel like this change of path that they were forced almost to take has actually brought them back to the path that they are meant to walk in. And when I say meant, what I mean is that what they wanted to experience before they reincarnated, okay? So before this person chose to come in this human avatar, and to this human form, they wanted to go a certain path, okay, to certain experience. And it's kind of like this Tower moment has rearranged that so they can go towards their path, you know. I don't know why I feel like talking so much about certain examples I had in my life, but probably because the Tower card is here. And as a small example, this actually really remembers me of something in my life, so you guys maybe understand it better. If the Tower moment in my life would have never happened, I would right now probably, well, 100% not do this reading for you guys, because I would have not gone the path that I'm in, okay? So it's also very interesting that the Tower card in my life, or the Tower moment in my life, came when I was on the wrong path, you know? And it literally rearranged me. So I really see parallel here. It really reminds me of what I have experienced, that I feel like this person was on a path which was not good for them, and this Tower moment broke them free from it. It wasn't easy, absolutely not. A Tower moment is not one that comes easy. Like, Tower moment and easy are not two words you want to combine, because yeah, it's not really something that ever happens in an easy way, right? So, but they have come out of it. And in fact, with the Justice card being the overall energy here, this really shows that it has brought them the justice that they deserve. So if this indeed, as an example, was a relationship that broke really, really badly, as an example, that really shook their whole world, it brought them back to their own power, you know, as an example, if this was some kind of toxic relationship that they ended. All right, so this is the archetype, okay, messages here. Now let's dive a little bit more into the topic. Let's now get you some tarot cards, my dear pile 3. Let's see, who is your future spouse? Who will you marry? For my dear pile 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let's give it one last shuffle for my dear pile 3. Who will you marry? Excuse me. Who is your future spouse? Who will you marry? Okay. That's enough. For my dear pal 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Okay, the first card we have is the 5 of Pentacles. Let's continue. Ooh, the 7 of Swords. Yeah, I almost feel like the Tower moment wants to say something more. The 2 of Pentacles. Let's see. Yeah. 5 of Wands here. For my dear pile 3, let's see. The 6 of Wands, okay. For my dear pile 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let's see. We have the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, and one last card, please. For my dear pile 3. Okay, look at that. The 10 of Cups. And one card fell. Let me get it. And the Ace of Cups. At the back of the deck, yeah, we have the Ace of Wands here. I just would like to show you guys one thing, okay? See how the reading started and literally how it's ending, how it's going. There is a lot that we need to talk about because, as I've already said, I really feel like the Tower moment, the thing that happened to them, is something recently, or at least it gives me the impression because it's so heavenly still in their energy, you know? And yes, we had the Star card coming through, and the Star card is a beautiful indication that they're healing from it, okay? They are moving on from it. But what I'm seeing is that it's still in their energy because there is more to the picture that, you know, like one may assume. So I do feel like it has something to do with other people, okay? Like this Tower moment could have been some kind of betrayal. Betrayal of friends, betrayal of maybe a partner, of like colleagues, okay? Just some kind of people who are really thirsty for power, thirsty for their own agendas, literally something I heard, and who are very sneaky, who may have, you know, given a certain impression, or who may have told this person something, as an example, let's say to invest in something or to believe something. However, it was not the truth, okay? It was something very deceitful, and they've learned from that, okay? That's something we can positively say, that it brought them a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, okay? When something bad happens to you, one of the best things you can do is at least see whether you can learn something from it, right? So you won't find yourself in the similar situation, or you come out more smart, you know, like smarter out of the situation. And I feel like that's something definitely this person has considered. They have analyzed and like cut the situation into little pieces, and they've looked into what happened, how it happened, what went wrong, and what they would or could have done differently, you know. And I do feel like when this tower moment happened, it was definitely very, very difficult to deal with. It may have even put them into a very hopeless state, which is really interesting because where they are right now is in a very hopeful state, you know? Let me show you that. Where's the card? Okay. You know, for some reason, I know the Star card and the Five of Pentacles, you know, they don't really have that much like parallels or something that may be combining them, but you know, we can always find something. And with the Star card being here, the Star card for me is the card of hope. And the Five of Pentacles is the complete opposite. It's the card of hopefulness. Like someone being complete drained and no hope left. And it's funny because I almost feel like here, okay, we have all the things that they went through, all the things that they've experienced, and this is where they are heading towards. This is the energy they will embody. And we have this spread literally encircled through two aces, which are both signifying new beginnings, okay? Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands. Two beautiful aces here. So, having said that, they're coming back, okay? They are definitely finding themselves again, and they have already done it because we have the Star card. So it's something that already has been put into motion. They are healing from that. However, it's not just something that they will put under the rock and that's it. No, they are learning from it. So this person from now on may really approach, or let's say, deal differently when it comes to people. As an example, if this is career related, let's say if someone has betrayed them career wise, the way they will work in the future and let's say do certain deals, okay, work with others will definitely be different. You know, they will approach it differently. Maybe they will, before that, make sure they are having a certain security, you know, if something goes wrong, they can go back to it, or they just make sure that they're safe, you know. And this is just an example with the career thing. If this is related to, let's say, friends who have taken advantage of them, they will definitely think twice about what kind of people they consider a friend, or just in general, what kind of energies they want to associate themselves with, you know, what kind of energy they want to surround themselves with. It's that kind of thing. But the Seven of Swords is really here the clarification. Someone has stabbed them in the back. Definitely. But you know, it's so interesting because I just would like you to look at the combination of the cards, okay? And I understand that maybe some people are watching this who don't know anything about tarot, so I would like to say something regarding it. We have the Five of Pentacles, which is the card once again of having no hope, okay? Being depressed, being stuck, being at a very low place. And this card came in combination with the Six of Wands, which is literally the card of the victory. Look at how contradicting this is. We have the card of the Seven of Swords, which is all about betrayal. It's all about deceitful energy. And in combination with it, we have the Six of Cups, which is all about compassion. Also soulmate energy, right? Just heart-to-heart connections. Also this innocence, which bring us back to our child self, right? So such contradicting energies. We have the Two of Pentacles, which is all about, well, a lot of things actually. But one thing it can also indicate is this imbalance, okay? Or the need of balance. And then we have the Two of Wands, which is all about planning forward, you know, this almost excitement for the future. Once again, very contradicting energies. And I'm just very briefly, okay, going through the cards. Of course, there's so much more to say and so much more to dive into when it comes to a tarot card, because like you can write whole books about only one tarot card, okay? Because there's so much, yeah, we can see in it. And of course, it also comes back to our intuitive relationship with it, okay? And of course, the traditional meaning of it. But let's go back now. This is not a tarot lesson. This is just a very, small introduction, because there is a reason for it. Then we have the Five of Wands, which is all about competition or fighting, arguments as well, okay? So just in general, being in some kind of not good space with others as well. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is all about harmonious relationships. So every and each combination here is so contradicting. And the reason why it's coming through that way is that it almost is showing where this person is coming from and where they're heading towards, okay? This is where they're heading towards. This is where they're meant to be. I feel like this is the wrong path that they were on, and it brought them back to where they're meant to be, what they're meant to do. Okay, the rearrangement we have talked about. It's almost like I'm seeing it side by side here. So this is, let's come back now to who this person is. Oh my goodness, pile 3. But I have to say that this is definitely my favorite pile of all the 3 piles, because the way it is arranged, the energies, the cards is very beautiful. It's very interesting. It's very fun to read as well. So let's come back now. For my dear pal 3, what do you need to know some more about who your future spouse is? Another thing I would like to say is that, as I've already mentioned, your future spouse will definitely come out of the situation successfully, which they have. But what I mean is that if we think, or if we look long term, they will bring closure to it, okay? They will go beyond that. So this is just a small encouragement here. If some of you guys think that this is some kind of energy which will always linger around, absolutely not. The reason why it's coming through is because it's something recently that has influenced their life, and now they are changing a lot and transforming, so they can create a new reality, a new life for themselves. Now, what I'm also seeing is that in this particular spread here, there is a lot of long-term potential. So this is a long-term relationship. I know this is supposed to be your future spouse, but still, I really feel like this is your long-term partner. Like this is someone who could be your long-term, like your life partner, okay? That's what I mean. They can be your life partner. And this is something I just would like to mention here. Another thing, this person is changing a lot, okay? And yes, we have talked about it, but as an example, they may have changed their social circle. They may have changed their location. They may have changed their job, okay? Or some kind of, let's say, change of some kind of department, okay? But there has been this change here. And what I find really beautiful with your future spouse is that they're approaching this change with excitement, It's kind of like when we are in the darkness for a very long time and we come out and we see the light. We're so excited about all the things we're seeing because, it's not dark again, right? Like we can finally see all the things that have been around us. And it's kind of the same with this person. What I really like here is that they approach all this new energy, all these transformations in such a positive way. The past experiences will not make them bitter in a way that they will not be excited anymore. Yes, it has definitely not let them cold, but they have been more cautious now, okay? From now on, they will be more careful with approaching certain things. But being careful is something different with being bitter. You know, they really see it as a lesson that they can learn from, instead of, let's say, every person they will, I don't know, meet from now on is a reflection of that. No. But they will be cautious that if they meet someone who makes them or feels a little bit similar to the situation, they will definitely have the alarms, okay? Like the red flags will come up. So, yeah, that's just something for you to know. And I feel like right now this person is also all about bringing the passion back into their life, you know, because this is a very, very, very passionate person, my dear. Like, when they put their attention into something, they put their all into it. When they, as an example, have a partner who they love and have so much passion into for, you will feel it. Like, they will love hard, okay? When they love, they go all in. Or when this person approaches a project that they're really passionate about, they will put 1000% into it, okay? Not 100, they will put 100% into what they're doing. And that's such a beautiful trait, because they have so much energy for creating beautiful things, you know? And it's funny because another thing I'm feeling here is that, yes, this person has experienced some very negative people, but what's actually meant for them is coming across a lot of people who are part of their soul family. And my dear pal 3, you and pal 2 were the only pals that I got this impression for. But your future spouse could also be someone who you have a very significant connection with, okay? So I just would like to mention this very quickly here. Yeah, for some of you guys, you will, from the beginning, okay, feel like you know them. You see this picture here with the 6 of Cups. We have this man here one time in their childhood, and here when they're an adult, and this dog, which was their companion, right? They grew up with them, like, after all these years. And I feel like when you meet this person, you may feel like you know them. Okay, that's all I feel like saying. You're gonna feel like you already know them. Maybe not in the physical, okay, like maybe you've met them for the first time. However, you're still gonna feel like, I know you. I know your energy. I know your soul. You're so familiar. It doesn't feel like meeting a stranger. It feels like someone who I have already experienced a lot with. Okay? Now, I would like to get you also some oracle cards, okay, regarding who this person is. So let's start with that. Let me put this card aside. Let's see, for my dear pile 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? For my dear pile 3. Okay. We have exactly 4 cards coming through, and I'm gonna take them all. The first card we have is the slave archetype, which says surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. The second card says delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. We also have the networker here, enhances unity through the sharing of information. Engenders, what does this pronounce? Engenders, I guess, social awareness and empathy for everyone who's a native speaker, you have a lot to laugh about, right? When I do tarot. But I'm so sorry. English is not my first language. I'm doing my best here. Now, we have also the visionary archetype, which says capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Very interesting energies here. Now, let's continue. More information regarding who your future spouse is. Now, I would like to start with the slave archetype here, because although this card has such a harsh name, I mean, slave is a very, very heavy word. When we look at the explanation here, it actually gives us something which almost seems like the complete opposite, which feels like empowerment, because it says surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. When someone has complete trust in something, there is so much freedom in it. Of course, it can also go the other way, of course, right? But I would like to explain it from the energies that I'm receiving here, because it's not one of enslavement, it's one of empowerment. We can go through life with a very firm fist, with wanting to control everything because we don't have trust. We don't feel like comfortable with not controlling everything, because if we don't control anything, it kind of gives us a lot of uncertainty, and we fear that, okay? But when we go through life with belief and trust, it doesn't matter. Believing and trusting ourselves, believing and trusting in something higher that is looking out for us, which is supporting and, sending us goodness in our way. That's a complete different approach. And I feel like this person has had this change of perception as well, okay, of seeing the world. Maybe they used to really feel like the world is out to get them, you can't trust anyone, and I feel like it has definitely something to do with the experience that they have done, because maybe they have, through a person or through multiple people, got the impression that you can't trust others. However, if you go through life with that mentality, that really ages you badly, and I really feel like this person, once again, they don't want to come out of this experience bitterly. They want to see the wisdom in it, but they don't want it to freeze their heart into ice. So what they are doing very bravely now is that they still trust, okay? They still trust in the goodness. They still trust that life is flowing through with a path that is meant for them, and they want to have hope for that. So the star card is definitely heavenly energy coming through here with hoping for the best, okay? And I feel like this person definitely senses that something, or maybe some energy, is guiding them, especially maybe through this difficulty. Maybe when they went through this tower moment, they really felt like something was guiding them out of it. And this has definitely made them think twice about whether we as human beings actually are supported or not, And yeah, I feel like they have now very opened their heart, and their mind for the divine, for maybe something being out there supporting. Which is really interesting, because maybe sometimes people go through a tower moment, it makes them, or it creates the complete opposite situation. They may have a very hard time with moving on from it, and in fact they may always ask themselves why. And they have difficulties with seeing the bigger picture, with connecting the dots afterwards, that maybe this tower moment has triggered a path for them which is in their highest alignment, So they definitely came very wise of it. Like, yeah, this person can be very, very proud of themselves. And just looking into their energy, I'm also very proud of them, you know, and you can also be very proud of them as well. I feel like right now, they're definitely once again connecting with things that make them very passionate. So it could be, you know, with the visionary archetype here as well, I feel like they are creating things, circumstances, they're going back to energies that really make them feel uplifted and make them feel inspired, okay? To create, to be motivated, all right? And maybe this person as well has just, you know, incorporated or brought, okay, a new hobby into their life, which they're very passionate about, which brings them a lot of great, great, great energy, okay, to balance the things a little bit out. So I see them doing these things, and you know, even if this person is not the most spiritual person out there, it's kind of like they feel, and it could even be their intuition, you know, they feel that great things are coming their way and that everything had its purpose, everything has its meanings, you know, and or at least this is how they want to see it, you know. They went through something bad and they want to see something good in it, even if it's just a lesson, all right? This is how they want to approach their experiences. And I feel like that's a very healthy approach, because it doesn't make them spiral, okay, in the darkness. It kind of makes them look at the darkness and try to understand it. Try to understand the patterns that the darkness comes into their life with, you know? So they really look at the experiences from the place of a observer. I also feel like that this person may share their experience that they have with others, you know, so others can also learn from their wisdom, from their knowledge regarding this transformation. This is definitely someone who pushed through life. Like, I really feel like no matter what comes into their field, it cannot hold them back from their potential, you know. Let me see if there is anything more. No, that's actually it. Okay. Now let's continue. Let's look into you guys' relationship, okay? What you need to know about that. For my dear pile 3, let's see. So, what do you need to know about the relationship, okay? What kind of relationship will it be? What messages are meant for you to know? Let's see. For my dear pile 3, what do you need to know about this relationship? What do you need to know about this relationship with your future spouse, your future partner? Okay. Ooh, the first card we have is the 8 of Wands. Let's continue. We have the 9 of Wands here. The Empress. Ooh, multiple cards. I thought there were only 2 cards. The Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The Strength card. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let me see. One card fell. We have the Queen of Pentacles as well. Oh, and the Ace of Cups. At the back of the deck, my dear, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, okay. So, my dear pile 3, what do you need to know about your guys' relationship? So, there is a lot I would like to talk about here because a lot of different messages. First of all, let's look into the timing or the speed, okay, of your relationship. With the Eight of Wands being the first card, I feel like when we talk about how you guys are gonna involve, like how your relationship will develop from, you know, getting to know each other to dating to becoming serious and so on, and even like afterwards getting married, because this is all about your future spouse, or at least becoming official for those of you guys who would just like to stay partners and not really like marry legally. What I'm seeing is that very fast moving energy, okay? The Eight of Wands is coming with speed. It's fast energy. Also the Knight of Wands, this is something that's speeding up. So when we look at your guys' relationship, it could be the case that it will be very fast, you know, like you may start dating very fast and the dating phase may not even last that long, you know. You will become serious pretty fast and yeah, you may get married, you know, fast as well. Why? Why is that? Because you will be very sure of each other, you know, you will know, you will see the other as someone who is the partner, and it's kind of like you're just gonna think, what should we wait for? You know, what should we be waiting for? We can also just do it now. We're really sure of each other, you know, we want each other. This is what we want out of our free will, and yeah, let's do it. Now, it could be the case that some people in either your environment or their environment, okay, if for some this is very, very fast moving energy, maybe some people are gonna question it. You know, they're gonna say, well, are you sure about it? Like, it's pretty fast. As an example, are you sure about marrying this person within the first year of knowing them? Like, don't you want to get to know them a little bit better? So there could be some people who are gonna voice their not doubt, but just trying to look at it more like practical per se, you know, just voicing that maybe you should take it a little bit like slower. However, that's not something I'm seeing you guys doing. You're gonna go with your own speed and yeah, you're just gonna do what you find to be right. Okay, having said that, there's more to it, my dear. There is more to it. I would also like to mention that I feel like for you and your future spouse, it could be the case that you're gonna be very protective of this union. Let me show you this card. You see the Nine of Wands? We have this home here, right? And we have all these skulls on fire, and it's kind of like you want to keep them away from you, you know? You want to keep them away from your energy. And I feel like you guys are gonna be very protective of your union, you know? Maybe you will think about filtering people out of your life, okay? That you may have in your life right now, who are a little bit judgmental, or people who think that they have something to say when it comes to your own business, who don't have any right to whatsoever. And it's kind of like you just have, like, you ain't got no time for entertaining these kind of energies, okay? Simple as that. And you won't. You will be protective of this. You won't let anyone inside your circle, especially when it comes to this relationship. Maybe someone in the past has experienced something negative when it comes to other people and your business. So just keep that in mind, that you guys will definitely not take it lightly. You will, yeah, be very thoughtful of who you allow into the circle. Which, I mean, let's just take a moment. Let's just look back to what we got about your future spouse, right? They literally have experienced something in which maybe they had deceitful people in their life, and it makes a lot of sense, actually. You know, this could be your future spouse's energy. Maybe it's not so much your energy, but it's more so them being very protective of, you know, what they find sacred and important, which in this particular spread is your relationship and you both, right? And they just don't want anyone to have access to it, especially if, you know, some people are out there to turn things into fire, you know. So yeah, just for you to know that here. Something else when it comes to your relationship is that I feel like it's going to be very empowering as well. It's going to empower you into being your authentic self. It's going to empower you into unapologetically, okay, expressing yourself. So if some of you guys have had experiences or unions, even maybe just friendships in which you felt like you couldn't really be you, okay? In some kind of way, you had to compromise when it comes to who you are. When we talk about relationships, it's really important that we feel safe to express ourselves, or we feel safe to be who we are. And if someone watching this, they didn't have that, then maybe that's why this is coming through in such a urgency for me to talk about it, that in this relationship you will have that. You know, you will have someone who you can be you in front. I mean, that's just so important. You don't want to be in a relationship in which you wear a mask, in which you have to pretend to be someone so the other person likes you or accepts you. I mean, that's so self-destructive, right? And the Empress for me is signifying that, you know, it's signifying the freedom of being you, the freedom of being your authentic self. That's something I associate with the Empress card on a very personal level. And it's beautiful, you know, it's so beautiful to have that. And maybe this is a reason why you're also going to be so sure about your future spouse, or you're going to choose them. Because you're going to feel like, hey, in front of this person, I can talk about things which are dear to my heart. Things that I can't talk about with anyone, but in front of them, I can voice it. I can show them parts of myself I'm very scared to share with others, but in front of them, I can do so. I have so much freedom, you know, I feel so liberated because I don't have to hide away. You see what I mean, my dear? That's the kind of energy I'm talking about. Especially when we talk about the beginning of your relationship, you will be extra protective of it, okay? Especially in the beginning. That's something I'm seeing here. You know what's also very interesting to me? Let me see, where is the card? Oops. Here. The Ace of Wands, right? The Ace of Wands was the overall energy. And it's kind of like the cards are showing here that your future spouse, okay, and I'm not talking gender-wise here. It doesn't matter what they identify as. This is only energy. Tarot is only energy. So they're starting off as the Ace of Wands, and I'm almost seeing them developing into the King of Wands, you know? Really going that like growth, you know, really experiencing the growth here. And if we think about like playing cards, you know, I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing something. Just give me a moment. Okay, okay, yeah. It's kind of like them creating for themselves this kingdom life that they wanted, you know, and they started from zero, they started from the beginning. And it's a lot of empowerment here. Your future spouse, okay, they will definitely go a long way, and it's understandable. I mean, we have started the previous spread with the Five of Pentacles, and it has ended with the Ten of Cups, right? So that's a really good sign of a lot of growth and development in their life, moving into a much better place. Another thing I would like to say regarding a relationship is that it really like takes a lot, okay? A lot to shook you guys. You are gonna be a very strong couple, okay? You're gonna have each other's backbone, and you know, with the strength card being here, you're very strong in your approach, and it's not kind of like, I mean, look at that. These cards came through together, right? And let me show you guys a little bit better. Okay. So I've talked about, you know, the illustration and what I have intuitively associated with it, that it's kind of like keeping the negativity away, okay, guarding yourself from it. And then we have the strength card, and it's kind of like you guys are gonna have the strong connection that nothing, okay, no negativity can shook, okay, and you're gonna be very particular in keeping that away as well. You know, getting the strength card here in this particular spread and talking about your relationship, that really reminds me of this like power couple, which goes through tough times and through good times with each other, and nothing can break kind of energy. And it makes a lot of sense with the long-term energy that I got, because it's kind of like, it's not only about the honeymoon phase, you know, it's not only about experiencing a great relationship. You guys will especially go through everything together when it comes to these difficulties, you know. Let me see. I also see that in your relationship, okay, the passion will be on, the fire will be on, the desire will be on. So I feel like you guys will definitely experience a lot of things, and there's just this element of excitement here, you know? I see you guys just going in, you know, just literally like crushing, okay? Crushing into different experiences. Let's say doing a lot of spontaneous energy, okay? Like going to like different trips very spontaneously, or doing a lot of things that you never ever thought you would do, because maybe there is a lot of adrenaline, okay, connected to it. And it's just kind of like experiencing life with a fire, okay, authentically. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what this relationship would also embody for you guys. Yeah, like your energy is very fiery, okay? As an example, which pal was it? One of the previous piles was more so grounded, okay? With you guys, it's all about the fire energy. This is probably the dominating energy of your relationship. It's the fire element. It doesn't mean that you guys have to be fire signs. I'm just looking into the energy of your relationship, and it's definitely fire here, okay? So, let's now look into some advice regarding that, okay? For my dear pile 3, let's now look into any advice, okay? Anything, let's bring a space in here for your spirit guides, okay? And just anything you need to know, anything they would like to tell you, any suggestions, advice, is welcome. So let's see, from my dear pile 3, any advice when it comes to this relationship? Okay, let's see. What do you need to know about this relationship? Any advice as well? The Empress again. Okay. Ooh, this one flew out. We have the Hierophant. Okay. So we have the Ten of Swords and one card fell. Let me see. No, actually multiple cards. I only want one, please. Only one card for my dear pile 3. Any last suggestion? And we have the Wheel card. All right. Come on. I don't know what. Okay. So, for my dear pile 3. So, what do you need to know? Any advices regarding this relationship? Let me just go straight into it. Don't be scared to be your authentic self once again, okay? Be true to who you are. Even if you have like you get this impression every single day that you should change this or that, okay, to be a certain way so you are desirable, or so you are something that this society of yours, okay, wants you to be. There is this advice from your spirit guides: be who you are, okay? There are 1,000 versions of whatever, you know, is being sold to you, okay, however you should be, but there's only one you. So make sure that you courageously step into that, okay? Whatever is authentic to you, whatever you want to be. Ask yourself, who am I? Who do I want to be? Not what is being bombarded on social media, not what is being sold to you on different, you know, like, let's say, structures, like whatever, you know, society, these or that. See, who are you and who do you want to be? What version of you, okay? Who is your authentic self? Your spirit guides really want you to step into that. And remember, we are all individuals. My best version, okay, may look so different from your greatest version, because we're all different. We're all different with different desires, wishes, dreams, different experiences, okay? We all come from a different place. So look at yourself and say, who do you want to be, okay? How does your authentic self look like? If people would not mess up with you, if people would not daily try to put into your mind that there's something wrong with you, what resonates with your heart space, okay? So your spirit guides are really, really showing me that, because when it comes to this union, okay, your future spouse, they will fall in love with your authentic self. And it's not even about what they will fall in love with, It's all about what you will fall in love, okay? What version of you are you falling in love with? Because other people's love is extra. The first relationship you should cherish is the love you have with yourself, is your relationship with yourself, okay? So really think about that. That's the first advice I'm seeing here. How does your greatest version look like? And how close are you to your authenticity? And what do you day in, day out do that is not in how do you say it? What do you do which is not resonating with it? Okay, let me put it that way. Your spirit guides want you to think about that. Another advice I'm seeing here is that this may be something which is, you know, a little bit difficult to understand, especially from the limited perception we all may have, okay? But understand that when it comes to the timing, there is a purpose with it. So if you have been waiting for quite some time, okay, and if you have been asking yourself, why is there so much waiting involved with meeting this person or reconciling with them, please understand that, or please try to understand that there is higher power here. And yes, I'm gonna say the word. I hope it doesn't trigger anyone, but divine timing, okay? That's just something I'm receiving, okay? So that's something your spirit guides want you to know. I'm just a messenger here. Let me see. Is there any more information? Any more messages? Another thing, respect yourself, okay? I don't know why this is coming through, but always keep self-respect and always make sure your boundaries, okay, are not stepped on. I feel like this is actually like, I wanted this to be more so about your union and any advice regarding that, but your spirit guides are really like taking over and making it into a space, okay, in which they can just let any messages which are very important for you at this place in time, at this moment, okay, for you to know, to come through. And right now it's all about you for sure. This is not about the relationship, this is about you and what you can do to enhance your well-being. So, my dear pile 3, this is all I have for you. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. I feel so grateful. This has been such a long reading, but I feel so good, you know. Thank you so much, my dear. It was such a pleasure, you know, and if there's something you would like to share, definitely feel free to do so in the comment section below. Also, my dear, if you haven't, like and subscribe. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not even know when I upload a new reading for you guys, or candle wax reading, of course. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you just would like to get further information regarding a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, you will find my Instagram link in the description box, and of course I invite you there as well. Having said that, my dear pal 3, I am sending you much love and much positive energy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 3, take care, my love.